Mental health is just as important as our physical health. We hear a lot of that nowadays. We already know that exercising regularly, clean diet, good sleep and keeping busy is going to lead to good mental health. But often what people don't talk about is actually training the mental side. The first thing to really grasp is really simply that we are what we think. It's so simple but true. If you think of something bad, then you're going to feel bad. If you're thinking of a happy memory, a good time, then you're going to feel good. So the things we can do to train our mental health is similar to our physical health. We need to get into a habit of training our mental health. One thing we can do is we can get in the habit of going through each day 1 or 2 things that we're grateful for. And remember, we are what we think, so when we think about those things, we start to feel good, and it'll attract more happy memories and good feelings towards ourselves. We can start to introduce self-talk or affirmations. Remember, you are what you think, so if you repeat a positive statement or a mantra to yourself, you start to ingrain it into yourself. And before long, you start to believe it and it's into your subconscious. We can start to acknowledge ourselves, making the habit of going 1 or 2 things, acknowledging ourselves each day. And remember, like attracts like, so once we start to acknowledge the good things about ourselves, more things start to be given to us. We can start to pay attention. And how often do you find yourself daydreaming? How often are you sat in the car and just can't remember how you got to your destination? Often we're living on autopilot. Unfortunately, when we're on that autopilot, the majority of our thoughts are quite negative. And we're feeding ourselves those negatives, and we're just not aware of them. So we need to start to become aware, and you can become aware from your feelings. So remember, you are what you think, so when you start to feel bad, there's a good chance it's because you've been thinking bad. So you can start to catch yourself, and once you start to catch yourself, when that bad feeling, you can start to flip it. So you can flip it into a positive, or instead you can simply just acknowledge that you're just having a negative thought. That way you're putting some distance between yourself and your own mind, and it actually takes away the thought's power. Another common one is meditating. There's a lot of confusion around meditating, but a simple way to do it is to pick a happy memory of yours and to relive it and go through it. And again, you are what you think, so when you're going through that happy memory, more happy memories will naturally come towards you. And once you're in this mindset, you're in a much better place.